in response to rising mortgage rates. The mix of job gains also reflects shifts in consumer behavior. For much of the past 2 years, Americans spent on homes and furnishings and other goods, boosting employment at warehouses and transportation companies. Many Democrats, everybody, are upset at Republicans for not agreeing to plan for President Biden's new spending plan. Now, there's actually still billions of dollars in relief right now. The Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell is facing widespread criticism for his reassertion that the so-called labor shortage in the United States is the result of stimulus checks. During a recent event, McConnell said that direct aid, stimulus money, was sent to American taxpayers over the past 2 years, and that has been holding people back from working. Now, Elizabeth Warren condemned McConnell's statement on Twitter. Mitch McConnell is blaming Americans for not wanting to work, she said. It's absurdly out of touch, and more workers have jobs now than pre-crisis. And investing in affordable childcare will help parents return to work, but Republicans refuse to support actual solutions. That came from Elizabeth Warren. Now, though the stimulus checks and expanded child tax credit did help decrease financial hardship and poverty immediately after they were sent out, the effects of the aid only lasted so long. As of last month, 39% of Americans said that it's difficult to afford regular expenses like bills or rent. And for years now, McConnell and other Republicans have been moaning that the stimulus payments suppress employment. But analysis of the financial program that Congress implemented showed that these claims are not true. In fact, the extra financial aid may have helped people get back into the job market earlier than they would have expected, as the money helped people afford to pay for childcare, expensive measures like that make it easier to get jobs. Now, last year, economists found that employment recovery slowed down in states that ended the crisis era, expanded unemployment insurance checks, in comparison to states that continue giving the checks out. I know many of you are wondering if you're currently owed any stimulus money from the past round of stimulus. Well, Americans might not even be aware that they are still due another stimulus check. Americans who qualify for the stimulus payments get the maximum amount only if their income is $75,000 or below. This only applies for couples who earn $150,000 or below when combined. If you earn more than that, the $1,400 check will begin to decrease, and the income for families is capped out at $80,000 for singles and $160,000 for couples. The IRS issued more checks than $175 million worth of stimulus back in December. A total of 645,000 Americans missed out on these checks since the middle of September. Now, this includes a number of people who missed a notification for the payments in December. If you did not receive all 3 rounds of stimulus but were eligible, you may be able to still claim the check. According to tax experts, anybody that has a baby in 2021 is eligible, so they should definitely claim the recovery rate credit. Similarly to this, if a grandparent can claim, say, a grandchild or another relative as a new dependent, they would also be able to claim the rebate. And starting early this year, the IRS began sending out information via what it dubs the letter 6475. The letter, which the agency did not send out last year, provides details about the total amount you received in third-round payments in 2021, and includes all payments, even if they were issued at separate times. So folks, be sure to check out the information. You definitely don't want to miss out on that. And folks, if you think that President Biden should definitely do something for stimulus payments, then tell me in the comments down below.
The chair recognizes the gentlewoman from California, Ms. Spear, for 5 minutes.
I ask unanimous consent to revise and extend my remarks.
Without objection.
Madam Speaker and members, everyone knows what a lemon car is, but we have a fleet of lemon ships. They're called the Littoral Combat Ship, except it's a misnomer because it's not survivable in combat. Today we're calling it the Leaking Cracked Ships, and let me tell you why. If the LCS was a car sold in America today, they'd be deemed lemons and the automakers would be sued into oblivion. But in the federal government, it's big business as usual. $50 billion over the lifetime of the program. That's a lot of rotten lemons. My concerns and warnings about the LCS go back a decade, along with the late Senator John McCain. It's costing taxpayers billions of dollars, yet has failed to produce a reliable ship. So I was stunned and outraged to see that the proposed 2023 Defense Appropriations Bill only decommissions 4 LCS when it should be 9, as President Biden and the Navy has proposed. The annual cost of 5 LCS ships could pay for 8 child care centers in the military, 4 barracks, or a $1,000 bonus for every enlisted E3 and below. The LCS program's legendary failures have made it the subject of 2 government accountability reports. Those reports found each LCS costing an astounding $59 million a year to operate, or actually not to operate, because they are more often than not in dock because they aren't working. That's 3/4 of the cost of operating a destroyer, which has 3 times the crew and a much greater capability, such as anti-submarine warfare. And LCS is notoriously unreliable, plagued by breakdowns that have seen some ships spend more time in the repair yard than in deployment. On this chart, you will see the USS Little Rock, commissioned in 2017, lost power at sea in 2022. In March 2018, it was stranded in ice for 3 months on its maiden voyage. Or how about the USS Milwaukee, commissioned November 15th? In December 2015, it broke down due to software malfunctions and was towed 40 miles. Or how about the USS Freedom, commissioned in 2008? In 2011, had a 6-inch crack in the hull. In 2013, immobilized during trial run. In February 2016, coupling crack. In August of 2016, engine replacement needed. So, what do we have going here? The GAO found that the LCS had experienced engine failure in 10 of the 11 deployments reviewed. The aluminum hull of the Independence class punctures easily. I mean, this is not funny. This is real money. And the combining gear for all Freedom-class ships must be replaced. One major reason for the excessive cost of LCS: contractors. Unlike other ships where sailors do the maintenance, LCS relies almost exclusively on contractors who own and control the technical data needed to maintain and repair. So what is this ship's mission, and what does it contribute to national security? Nothing. The Navy says it plans to use the LCS for partner engagement as a replacement for obsolete minesweepers for long-range fire capability and for counter-drug activities. But the LCS are not well suited for minesweeping due to their lack of endurance, and their already years-late mine countermeasure package isn't even operational. Our top priority in national defense strategy is China and Russia. We can't waste scarce funds on costly LCS when there are more capable platforms like destroyers, attack submarines, and the new Constellation-class frigate. Most